welcome to Centennial High School. Our hype video underway. And you have entered the jungle for tonight's Class 5A CIML volleyball match between the visiting Dowling Maroons and your Centennial Jaguars. We congratulate the teams and coaches playing tonight. This game provides each of us an opportunity to demonstrate how much we appreciate their effort and dedication. Together, we can all set the standard for good sportsmanship. We encourage you to cheer on your team, refrain from negative towards the opponent, coaches, or officials. We thank you for your cooperation. And now it's time to meet our players. First, for the Maroons, here are your non-starters this evening. Number 1, Kate Clinton. Number 3, Annie Alessio. Number 4, Gianna Stanko. Number 5, Nikki Muller. Number 6, Jay Amaro. Number 7, Julia Stevenson. Number 8, Annabelle Nickemeyer. Number 9, Emerson Pottery. And number 17, Ellie Runcourt. And now your non-starters tonight for the Jaguars. Number 3, Emma Vandenhall. Number 4, Nora Bacchus. Number 6, Caitlin Reinhardt. Number 11, Addie Reyes. Number 13, Kinley Erickson. Number 16, Sophia Heather. And number 22, Lily Harmon. And now, for tonight's starters. For the Maroons, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Tessa Holtor. A sophomore, standing 6 foot even, number 11, Kennedy Klein. A 6'1" junior, number 12, Kaylee Klein. A 6'3" senior, she wears number 13, Ellie Muller. A senior at 6'1", number 14, Ava Gretke. And a 6' sophomore, number 16, Caroline Ray. Your libero is 5'6" freshman, number 20, Sydney Bryant. Mary Visca's sister and coach assistants, Jessie Bott, Jennifer Fisher, Leah McQuaid, Erin Hughes, Sophia Kitovich, Gary Sable, Katrina Chambliss, and Marie Latz. And now, let's meet the starters for your Centennial Jaguars. And outside hitter at 5'11", a junior, number 1, Bailey Snyder. Defensive specialist, and you can find her on the outside, a 5'8" junior, number 5, Ellie Holland. Brampton. She plays in the middle as well as on the right. Number 9, Maddie I. She's a 6'2" senior. Center and on the right side. Number 10, Megan Cheeseman. And a 6'2" junior. She patrols the middle. Number 15, Sydney Rogers. Your Jaguar libero, a 5'2" senior. Wearing number 2, Maya Lorenzo. Head coach for Centennial, Jessica Reinhardt, Jenna Britt, Sarah Alberts, and Claire Brampton. Tonight's officials, Rick Werner, Laura Grubb. Your line judges are Allison Vaughn and Chris Lynch. And now, to honor America and those who have served along with their families, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats. As we face the red, the white, and the blue of that very special flag that stands for so much because of the sacrifices of so many. Here to sing our anthem this evening, members of the Ankeny Community Chorus.
Everybody, welcome to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock, Austin Oliver with you here tonight. Austin, just another night in the top 10 matchup in this Centennial game.
Your coaches for Centennial, head coach Jessica Reinhardt, assistants Jenna Britt, Sarah Alberts, and Claire Brampton.
Dowling comes in ranked number 8 in the state of Iowa. They are 9-6, undefeated so far in the CIML. They beat Valley and they beat Urbandale. Centennial comes in at 15-3, 1-1 in the CIML. They beat Urbandale and lost to the number 1 team in the state left. And now Waukee Northwest. Waukee Northwest did fall to Waukee this weekend at a tournament. We'll see when the rankings come out either tomorrow or Thursday. How things will transpire there. Looking at everybody in white right now. Dowling Catholic is on the left side of your screen. Centennial is on the right. And we had a mix of people in white tonight as we get ready to go. Centennial will be out there with Snyder, Ott, Tatum Schmidt, Cheeseman, Lay Butters, and Ellie Pollock as they get set to go.
And here we go. It's time for Check One Volleyball. Serving for Centennial,
is Cheeseman. Set to serve and catches the top part of the net. Set comes up in the middle, and Dowling is in the net early on. Tessa Holtorf, the setter, and she keeps that one in.
It's a Cheeseman ace. Dowling Centennial.
Nice crowd here. If there's anything that we've learned from a Dowling versus Centennial matchup, we're probably going to be here for a long time tonight. Cheeseman, another strong serve. That's going to send Brian all the way to the back, and a free ball. No.
Cheeseman.
Centennial here through the first 3 points. They go at Brian right away, and there's going to be an outside attack here for Kennedy Klein. Foul down the back row in the middle.
Centennial.
Cheeseman off the net again. Set this on the right side, and that's pushed over to Cheeseman. Assistant ball for the Jaguars. They're going to go to Schmidt. Jaguars as we get things started here.
Centennial.
The biggest weapon that the Jaguars have right now.
And a big kill in the middle there.
Number 16, Caroline Green puts it away. Side out Maroons. Sydney Vernon.
Nice job out of Tessa Holtorf with the back set as she got pulled across on the first pass. Overpass for the Maroons.
And then going off the outside is Gredicke off the right side. And Dowling, when they get in system, they can terminate a ball just as good as anybody in the state of Iowa.
Absolutely. That's going to be the big question, though, is if they're going to be able to stay in system tonight.
Go at Pollock, Cheeseman. Now on the outside, Snyder with a tip. It's covered nicely there in the middle by Klein. Long ball coming back over. Jaguars in the middle. Ott timing off a little bit there as they tried to go to a 1. And big swing there from Gredicke. Schmidt goes right to the court, uses all of it, and gives the Jaguars a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, that cross court for the opposite has a ton of real estate that they can put that ball in, and she used every bit of it.
All Jaguars here early on as Kaylin Reinhardt, the coach's daughter, comes in to serve in our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Holtorf going to go to the middle, and switching to the left hand in midair is Ellie Muller. Muller showing some of her basketball Michael Jordan skills, switching from right hand to left hand.
Yeah.
And a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution for Dowling as Jay Morrow comes in to set from the back row.
Stanfill as well in the front row.
They go at Pollock. Going to go on the right side again, Schmidt. Coming from the back row is Bryan. Lay Butters with another dig. Jaguars in the middle, and Maddie Ott in rhythm. And teams have had a lot of success in that middle against Dowling. And in rhythm right now, Maddie Ott, the future Drake Bulldog softball player, a very unique combination, puts that one down.
Yeah, just ran that quick. It just hung in the air there just for a second. It was just enough of a pause there to be able to snap on the wrist and be able to send that ball over in a major way.
And another ace, the Jaguars serving very aggressively early on. Reinhardt adds to her total on the season. She is a future New Jersey Institute of Technology defensive specialist. Another overpass there, and that's into the net, and another point for the Jaguars. Mary Beth Wiskus wants a timeout. We will take our first timeout of the night and hear from some of our sponsors here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back. Ankeny Centennial out to a 9-3 lead on Dowling Catholic here in set number 1. Best of 5 tonight. We go to 25 in the first 4 games, and if game 5 is needed, which it seems to be needed a lot when these two teams play each other, they'll only play to 15 in that one. Maya Butters back to serve again, and another ace for Maya Butters, and the aggressive serving for the Jaguars paying off here early on.
Yeah, Butters, one of the leading ace getters here for the Jaguars. That's a 22nd. I think she's already had 2 tonight. Came into the night with 20 so far.
Sends Morrow to the back row, up off the block. Cheeseman keeps it alive. Jaguars going to go on the right side again to Schmidt, and that's off the block as she tools it off Muller. And the Jaguars keep cooking. Tough to get our analysts too involved tonight when it's a lot of aces.
Yeah,
a lot of quick
absolutely.
points. There's a good pass for the Maroons. They go on the outside, and Leigh Butters is right there off the attempt from Klein. Pollock with a swing, dug up by Bryan. Gonna go to the back row. Klein again, a roll shot. Nice attempt there by Cheeseman, the setter, to keep it up. And that's blocked there by Muller, and that's gonna be tough from off the net. You're gonna have to get some angles on that ball because Muller is a force there at the net. 6'3" middle hitter for the Maroons.
And that's a big block right there coming at you. Teaming up with one of the Klein girls on there.
And Sydney Rogers goes around the block. The double was in there between Stanfell and Muller, and Rogers uses the corners.
Mixing it up here for both teams. They're mixing up the middle, outside, and opposite. Seeing a lot of different people hit the ball right now.
Schmidt back to serve. Bryan, a nice pass. Going to go on the outside. Big swing and dug up by Reinhardt. Going to come on the outside. Pollock tries to push it across, but Bryan's right there for it. Another back row attack with a roll shot, and a little miscommunication there by the Jaguars between Cheeseman and Leigh Butters.
Yeah, I think Cheeseman was there if she just would have gone for it, but she short-armed it there thinking that Butters was going to be coming in and taking that one, which she probably would have, but got to be confident in that exchange, that communication to make sure somebody gets that ball up.
Emerson Flattery checks in now to serve, and another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. They're going to go at Reinhardt in the back row. She's steady there. Rogers again off the block, and the Jaguars, with their good passing, are able to run their offense through the middle, and that's when they get clicking. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution as Bailey Snyder comes in for Reinhardt. Ellie Pollock will go back to serve after a little whiplash as Reinhardt and Snyder tried to make their substitution.
Yeah, Pollock's going to be playing all the way around. 102 digs so far in the year, a big number for a 6th position outside hitter.
Going through the middle, big swing by Stanfell, and she puts it down, no block there. And that's what happens when the Maroons can run their offense through the middle as well.
Yeah, beautiful play. They pulled her inside, hitting that middle hit rather than that opposite, traditionally where she's going to be at, and caught that Centennial block completely off guard. Crushed it.
Stanfell, a 6-foot-tall right side hitter, came through the middle that time. Nice serve there from Holtorf, who just checked in to set. And we've seen Dowling show that they are very capable of getting a lot of aces as well. Very aggressive serving team. Holtorf again, the lefty. Goes at Snyder again, great pass from Snyder. Through the middle again, and Rogers powers it through the net. I'm not sure if it was blocked or not, but it eventually popped back over the net.
Yeah, middle blocker had no idea where the ball was at, and it
Can't blame her.
Yeah, just knocked right at her feet.
Nora Bacchus checks in to serve for the Jaguars, who doubled up Dowling here early on thanks to some aggressive serving. Pass coming in tight for Holtorf, the push deep, and in the net was Cheeseman. And that point will go to the Maroons. Little three-man weave as Bacchus comes out and Rogers comes in for her, but Rogers immediately back out for the libero Maile Butters. Serving for the Maroons is Kaylee Klein. Overpass there and into the net was Schmidt. But that overpass was going to be terminated by Gredicke either way.
Yeah, it was really close to being a net violation on her as well. She tried to put that one at about the 2-foot line instead of the 10-foot line.
The eyes got really big on the overpass. You go up Pollock in the back row. Set goes on the right side, and Cheeseman's blocked initially. Back row here, Pollock pushes it over. Tries to drop it in the donut hole, now on the right side. Not able to connect really on this right side in the middle, and that is Ott again. Ott has got the hops tonight.
Yeah, nice little run by her, just being aggressive on the short pass. Wasn't really in system, but they made it in system with their pinpoint passing and a beautiful set.
One of the shortest middle blockers in the CIML is listed at 5'10", and that may be generous. Trying to push things to the outside, and that shot goes long from Kennedy Klein. Kaylee Klein and Kennedy Klein. Sisters, 6 foot tall. Kennedy, 6'1" for Kaylee. Very talented volleyball family. Cheeseman, and Cheeseman puts that in, another ace. This line judge says it was in.
Well, they're calling two different lines. So she's calling the line down the side. He's calling the line out at the edge. So it could be, well, you really can't be in on one and not the other.
Correct. If she saw it in, then it's in. But he put his flag up.
He's going to call it in.
He is going to give it to Dowling there.
Yeah.
So it's inside the.
It could be the other way.
Yes.
So he could call it in over there and here call it out just because of the line, but not the opposite.
Centennial again, good passes and a little miss hit there from Schmidt, but it works. Many years ago, a very talented basketball coach at Buena Vista University, Coach Van Haften, wrote a book called "A Dunk Still Only Counts as 2 points." And that was a classic example right there for Schmidt. Mishits that one. Not fancy at all. There's a tight pass and into the net. Nothing called there. Maroons and Pollock goes cross court for the kill. Maroons were definitely in the net, but things were not called, and we move back to Reinhardt. But the Jaguars are again clicking with everything early on, and it's starting with a good pass on serve receive every time. Nice pass in the back row, this time from the Maroons. Big swing from Gredicke, dug up by Cheeseman. Free ball gonna come over for the Maroons, leaving it short. Dug up there by Gredicke. Overpass there, couldn't get put down. Now on the right side, and Reinhardt keeps it alive. Pollock sends it back over. Holtorf keeping it alive. They're gonna come on the right side. Big swing by Gredicke, and she powers it down for the kill. A lot of out-of-system balls, and the Maroons eventually capitalize.
Both teams throwing their bodies around, trying to keep these points up, led to some great volleys here.
Jay Amaro, the sophomore setter, will check in to serve for the Maroons. Goes at Leigh Butters. Gonna be able to go on the outside. Pollock, big swing down off the block and another kill. And the Jaguars, again, the good passing. The scoring system for passing is always interesting to get when I get that from the coaches between games, because you're looking at, you get a 3, a 2, or a 1.
Correct.
You get that 3. Well, you can explain a little bit of how that
works.
works.
Well, it's depending on how many hitters the setter is going to be able to set that ball to. So a pinpoint pass is a 3, right to where the setter can hit it, can set it to any of the 3 hitters, and it gradually goes down depending on how many hitters that setter can get that ball to. So.
Right now, it's the Jaguars that are having all their options available off every serve receive. Pollock again leaves every option available. They go to the right side. Schmidt with a block. Going to be a free ball coming over, and no, it drops. And Schmidt has found the openings here in game 1 for the Jaguars. This has a nice little court vision. The set was not connecting with her, but she's able to cover up some mistakes. And now she'll held back to serve. 20-12. Nice pass up there by Bryan. Big swing through the middle of Ellie Muller, using all her length to power that one down. Jaguars got off to that big start, but the Maroons have stuck with them every point since then.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the second game is going to flesh out, because you're exactly right. That big lead is still sticking there, but it's been really back and forth since that big lead has been achieved.
Emerson Flattery. Cheeseman pushes it deep and drops it right down. When your setter can attack and drop those dimes, the Jaguars just keep finding the openings. There's nothing fancy about what the Jaguars are doing right now.
Terminating the points, that's all you need to do.
21-13 with Pollock back to serve. Number 2, Centennial. Number 8, Dowling Catholic. That's going to send Morrow to the back row. Down ball coming back over. Jaguars go to the right side. Cheeseman, big swing from Megan Cheeseman.
Woo! Calm, cool, and collected. Just ripped that one down the line. Got to take that. Got to love that.
Another timeout for the Maroons. We'll take another one as well. Be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Coming out of the timeout, Pollock back to serve once again. 22-13, Ankeny Centennial leading Dowling Catholic. It's been all Jaguars here through set number 1. Jaguars very aggressive on the serving. There's a good pass up to Morrow. She goes to the outside, and that's blocked back on the attack attempt there by Klein. On the right side, blocked back again and tooled by Stanfeld, the sophomore 6-footer.
Yeah, the Centennial's got a unique situation with both of their setters being very, very tall and playing all the way around. Typically, that's a weak point for most teams when they have that setter in that front row where they can attack with that strong side hitter, and it's just not the case here with Centennial. They got 2 really tall setters that are setting a great block on the outside.
Holtorf serves it into the net. Mattiot back into the game, as well as Nora Bacchus. 23-14, Jaguars. Holtorf going to go on the outside. Klein off the top of the block. Tight pass and powered down, and actually into the net was Gredicke, and the Jaguars will get the point and gets us to set point number 1 here in game 1 tonight. Big eyes there for Gredicke. Bacchus back to serve once again. This is going to send Holtorf, to the back row. Gredicke into the net. All Jaguars, set number 1, 25-14. We'll be back with set 2 in 3 minutes here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
At Elk River Contracting, we know a great remodel is a lot like the perfect beard. You can't rush it, and the beauty is in the details most people overlook. Because there are 2 kinds of contractors, the ones with magnificent beards and the ones you don't hire.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
Welcome back here to set number 2. Jaguars beat Dowling 25-14 in set number 1. And Austin, you nailed it. The serve-receive is drastically different between these two squads.
Yeah, it's going to be something that Dowling's going to have to clean up. Right now, they're able to still get a ball out to the hitter, but it's just not in any rhythm. There's no tempo. There's no threat of another hitter, so that middle hitter is able to just go right out to either the opposite or the outside hitter to build a pretty decent wall there. So that'll be something they want to get cleaned up for sure.
And we've seen these Dowling hitters be terminal, but when they can't get the ball in rhythm right now, it makes things very difficult. And on the flip side, Centennial seems to be dropping everything exactly where it needs to be to their setter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maddie Ott with 4 kills for the Jaguars there in set number 1. They go to her to start set 2, and she cools off a little bit and goes into the net, and the Maroons draw first blood here in set number 2.
Yeah, I tried to run the slide there, just a little bit of disconnect on the set, and she started her attack and hit that ball into the net.
Had to double clutch there as Kaylee Klein back to serve again, goes at Pollock, overpass, look out. And a big swing in the middle coming from Caroline Crane. And now Dowling's off to a 2-0 lead in set 2. Klein back to serve once again. Goes at Pollock, there's a good pass up, all sorts of options. They go to Schmidt and she hits it wide. So now the Maroons giving the Jaguars a little taste of their own medicine. For the Maroons, Ava Gredicke with 3 kills in that first set. Crane, Muller, Klein, and Stanfell each had 2. And that serve goes long, so Klein kills her own rally. And we'll see what sort of adjustment there's been to the Maroon serve receive here to start set 2 as Kaylin Reinhart goes back to serve. Almost a little false sense of security there in set number 1 when you win by that much, because this Dowling team is much better than what they showed in set 1, and miscommunication there, and somehow it drops in for Cheeseman, and that's kind of a microcosm of the night for how things have worked for the Jaguars so far.
Yeah, Cheeseman should have let that ball go. Reinhardt's a gifted hitter from the back row even as well, and she was ready to go on that one and still went over for the kill.
Big swing and a kill down on the outside there from Kennedy Klein. And a substitution will push Ellie Muller back into the front row, the talented basketball player. But Ellie Muller, if she decided that serve's going to go long there from Bryan, but Ellie Muller probably could have been Division I in basketball or volleyball. She chose basketball, but very talented athlete, comes from a very athletic family.
The second service error so far in the match for Dowling, right?
It is, and they go on the right side, a little roll shot. Jaguars keeping it alive. The scrappiness of the Jags See if they can capitalize here. They go in the middle, dug up by Leigh Butters.
Leigh Butters.
Now to the outside. Pollock powers it down. What a point for the Jaguars. Woo! The scrappiness of the Jags pays off.
Yeah, I don't know how Reinhardt got that ball up. She just kind of like threw her arm up, but just got enough of it to get that ball, keep it in play.
This Jaguar team, the roll shot there drops down from Gredicke, but these Jaguars, you look around and so many teams have that talented Division I player. The Jags have a D1 libero in Maya Leigh Butters going to New Jersey Institute of Technology. Other than that, you got a bunch of D2 and D3 players out here, and they're the number 2 team in the state right now. They play scrappy. As that serve goes long as well, another service error for the Maroons. Tatum Schmidt back to serve. Good shot of her. Another tough serve receive. Way to get it up though by Bryan. Leigh Butters, tight pass. Good set though by Schmidt. Now the Maroons on the attack. Power tip, talented play there by Kennedy Klein, adding something to her arsenal.
Yeah, she just had a kill going cross court deep and just changed it up a little bit. And like you said, power tip to that corner and nobody could even get close to it.
Klein goes back to serve once again. Goes at Reinhardt. Nice set by Schmidt off the tight pass and then blocked right back in the middle by Muller. And she knew right where that one was going off the tight pass. Maroons open up one of their bigger leads of the night. Biggest lead's been 3 so far. They lead 7-5. Hard serve, Pollock gonna go on the, I'm not sure, there's 3 hitters there. Power tip to the back, dug up by Reinhardt. Cheeseman goes across the court again. The Maroons using every square inch of the court.
Love the aggressiveness of the Centennial hitters. They're just going for broke every time.
Jaguars have done a really nice job of keeping everything in play tonight, not killing themselves with errors. Nice pass up there from Klein. They go back to her. Big swing, dug up by Leigh Butters again. Back row attack. Pollock, the roll shot, dug up nicely by Stanfell. Again, power tip to the back row, and Pollock gets it. And they go right side. Cheeseman blocked down once again, and you just can't leave that on top of the net with Ellie Muller waiting right there. Flattery will be serving. 5'8" sophomore defensive specialist for Dowling head coach Mary Beth Wiskus. Almost looked like that one might be going long again. A little dump there is blocked back over, and then Sydney Rogers dunks it down.
Yeah, she was ready for that little pop-up. It just went right back up, two-hand little set dump there, and just pushed it right back over. Nobody could get in position for it.
Nora Bacchus comes back in to serve. 8-7. Dowling leading Centennial in set 2 after the Jags rolled in set 1. Big swing dug up by Bacchus. Tight pass and goes out of bounds. Big swing over there, though, on the outside from Kaylee Klein, and that shows the terminal hitting that the Maroons have when they can get a ball in system.
I tell you what, it's got to be a little bit demoralizing when you finally do get a good serve receive, get it to your center, you throw it to the outside, you go cross court, and the Jags are just digging everything up. That one went a little bit awry and went out of bounds, but still just wasn't that what they're expecting to just be able to end that point on that first shot.
Tessa Holtorf serving, gonna go on the right side. Cheeseman, and Cheeseman hits it just a little bit long. This equals the biggest lead of the night for the Maroons at 10-7 here in set 2. Holtorf again. Goes at Snyder through the middle. Big swing by Maddie out once again, her 5th kill of the night. Man, the Jaguars are deadly when they can run that offense through the middles. And that's without their number 1 blocker, Sophie Heather, tonight.
Yeah. Ott's been a difference maker right now tonight. They need to get her more of the ball.
Cheeseman has found that top of the net a bunch. Free ball coming over for the Jags. Leigh Butters, they're gonna go on the right side. Schmidt straight down. Free balls to the Jaguars so far are the Golden Goose tonight.
Yeah.
As Cheeseman heads back to serve once again. Tight pass, kept in and blocked back over, dug up, and a miss hit, but it lands there for Gredeke. Spins off her hand weird, and that caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, I'm really surprised she kind of got away with that, because that's almost that double taking it over the net, you know, where it kind of came weird off of her hands, but referee says play on.
A lot more liberal about letting stuff like that go this year, we've noticed. They've taken away the second ball, doubles, but seems to be allowing a lot of other balls going over the net, some leeway as well. Miscommunication there on the set as they tried to go quick to Ott. Now back, Gredeke, big swing. Jag's gonna go to Schmidt, little roll shot, but right there's Gredeke once again. A little dump, and Leigh Butters sends it right back over. Good cover in the back row though from Klein. Another roll shot. Jaguars, where are they gonna go? Right side, Schmidt, straight down once again.
Schmidt is obviously changing it up over there. She hit that one down the line. She did cross court before, did a roll shot before that. As a blocker there, it just gets so frustrating because you just don't know what to expect, where to set up, where to try to get that block. You just want to slow that ball down.
Reinhardt, Brian, good pass up to Holtorf. Roll shot there, and the block might have thrown things off a little bit because Gredeke's roll shot was going to get covered, but you can't tell a blocker not to get a hand on that.
Nope.
Sydney Bryan back to serve once again for the Maroons, ranked number 8 in the latest IGHSAU volleyball poll. Leaves that one really short, but Leigh Butters a perfect pass. Pollock, big swing, and it's no tip is called. Jaguar bench wanted one right away, but I think she got under it, and that's going to be a timeout for the Jaguars here. Getting the looks they want, just not able to get it down right now. 13-10 as we take a timeout. Back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
Back here as the Jaguars coming out of the timeout, trailing 13-10. We talked about in set number 1 that the Jags were doing a good job keeping the ball in. We've seen a few more errors here in set number 2. Sydney Bryan will be serving for the Maroons, just a freshman. A lot of talented liberos have played for Mary Beth Wiskus.
Yeah, Annalise Grant up at Iowa State right now, playing some defensive specialist. Love seeing her play.
Reinhardt puts that one right on. Pollock, big swing up off the block. Things in system now for the Maroons to the middle, and they're able to go through Muller in rhythm, and Muller powers it down.
Yeah, when the pass is on point, Dowling puts that ball away. That's just the problem that they're having, is they just are having trouble being consistent with getting that pass in the right spot.
Jags through the middle. Ott again. Maddie Ott is on fire.
That's a big matchup. I mean, you would think that would be to Dowling's advantage with Ellie Mueller. Muller coming in at 6'3", Maddie Ott coming in at 5'10". That's a great matchup for Dowling, and she's just really eating her up all night.
Well, they're counting on Muller to go one-on-one with her right now, and Ott keeps using the edges.
Yep.
Doesn't go straight at her. In system for the Maroons. Big swing from Gredeke. Dug up. Reinhardt from the back row. She's going to get a free ball out of that one. Gredeke hits it out.
Really free ball.
Might have been better off sending it over as a free ball rather than hitting the down ball. So Maroons, after a couple hitting errors, with Leigh Butters back serving once again for the Jags. 14-12. Nice pass up. Holtorf can go to the outside and powered through the block there by Kennedy Klein. Decide to use all 30 feet of that court.
Yeah, I think the scouting report kind of does tell you that the Klein sisters are going to take that ball to the deep part of the court. So had Lee Butters sitting a little bit shallower, needs to back up maybe just a little bit when she sees one of the Klein sisters out there swinging.
Schmidt keyed up that time on the block. Muller got a hand on it. Back row attack for Klein. Tries to go to the campfire. Can't get it down. Back row attack now for Reinhardt. Dug up in the back row by Morrow. Back row attack by Stanfeld. Knocked back over. Little beach volleyball look there. Stanfeld. Muller keeps it alive, but great effort by Leigh Butters. Schmidt can't get it down. Morrow's there for it. Outside again, and that ball by Stanfeld catches the back corner. Now the Maroons getting some of those scrappy points.
Yeah, just a little bit off schedule swing there by Stanfeld. Just caught everybody completely off guard. Leigh Butters was just caught flat-footed and just rolled right over the top to the corner.
The ball came off her hand kind of weird as well, and I think it threw everybody off as Morrow goes back to serve once again. Hard serve at Reinhardt. Pollock goes across the court and uses every square inch to get the kill. Schmidt goes back to serve. Maroons' second set passing has been so much better. Cheeseman was in the net, nothing called there. Push off the, miscommunication there again in the back row. Leigh Butters was going away from it. Klein with the kill.
Now, typically, when there's a DS and a libero, the DS is going to defer to that libero and to get that ball. And typically, Leigh Butters is always going to be the one taking that ball. But just a little hesitation.
As Rogers gets the kill through the block.
Triple block there, too. They pulled in both the outside and the opposite, and Rogers still got it around the block.
Sydney Rogers would be considered the third middle on this team right now. She gets plenty of serves, but she has been outstanding in the absence of Sophie Heather, who should be back soon from a knee sprain. Big swing, but Leigh Butters digs it up. Pollock pushes it deep to the back corner, dug up out of there by Klein. Big swing by Stanfeld, dug up by Leigh Butters. Snyder off the top of the block. Great dig by Bryan. Free ball is stuffed down by Cheeseman.
What a block. Just put that ball right straight down.
And now the Maroons gonna take a timeout. 17-15 they lead, but Jaguars creeping back into this one here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Dear Cable Internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
And we're back here as Ellie Pollock back to serve again. Dowling led 17-13, their biggest lead of the night. It's back to 17-15 right now.
And they've done a good job of keeping the lead. I mean, Centennial's tried to claw back in there, but Dowling's kind of shut the door and kept that 2 to 3 point lead pretty much the whole match.
It's going to force Morrow to the back row. Klein, a little roll shot, blocked down again by Rogers. Sydney Rogers making her presence felt in the middle tonight for the Jaguars. Pollock back to serve again. Goes at Klein. Again, Morrow to the back row. Back row attack, dug up by Schmidt. Jaguars going to go to Cheeseman off the block. Morrow out to Klein. Big swing goes long. Tied up.
Yeah, Pollock going on a little mini run at the service line here for the Jaguars. Got it tied back up.
Closest the Jags have been here in set number 2 since 0-0. Pollock trying to give them their first lead. Again to the back row is Klein to set. Has to push that thing forward. Another roll shot. Back row attack. Pollock rolls it down. Diving attempt by Morrow keeps it in. The set from Muller. And the ball comes back over on the little beach dig. Through the middle. Muller dug up by Pollock. Outside. Snyder dug up by Bryan. And into the net of some Maroons. And the Jaguars have their first lead.
Great volleys, though. These guys are just gunning full bore here pretty much this whole match. Fun to watch.
Pollock continues her run. She got the ball at 17-13. She's had 5 in a row. Floats that one over. Bryan, nice pass up. They go in the middle. Muller can't get it. Jaguars passed over by Leigh Butters to libero. Another attempt for Muller. Hangs up in the air. Jags keep it alive. Schmidt pushes it back. Gets it to drop. Huge push to the back row by Tatum Schmidt.
Yeah, Snyder and Butters got tangled up on the outside hit. Snyder went down. Butters was able to take that ball over.
Drew the Maroons up and left that whole back half of the court open. Pollock continues her roll. Morrow gonna push it here to the right side. Stanfeld blocked down by Rogers. And another timeout needed for Mary Beth Wiskus. Jaguars on a roll. We'll be back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Back here in what they call the jungle on the north side of Ankeny. Dowling's got to wonder what happened. It was 17-13 when Ellie Pollock got the serve, and it's been everyone right now on the Jaguars making it happen.
Yeah, Pollock's doing a good job of keeping the serve away from the libero. You're, as a coach, coaching serving, you're trying to get it to anybody but the libero. And she's done exactly that, kind of keyed in on those outside hitters that are back there trying to pass the ball for the Maroons.
Bryan that time gets it on cue. Big swing, and that is right on the line coming out of the timeout as they go to their hitter, leading hitter, Kaylee Klein. And she powers it down. And that kills the rally. 6 points in a row for the Jags. And that'll bring in Addie Alessio, her first action tonight to serve for the Maroons. Schmidt, can he go on the outside? Snyder with a little roll shot. Morrow comes in, so an out-of-system ball. Doesn't matter, across court. What a dig by Leigh Butters. Back row attack, Pollock pushes it short. That's Stanfeld. Through the middle they go. Push deep. Tough time connecting with their setters tonight for the Maroons.
Just got too much of that ball and unfortunately went way long there for Dowling.
Nora Bacchus coming in with another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Man, you look at what Maya Leigh Butters has done in the back row tonight, making it almost impossible for the Maroons to get anything down without getting touched. Stanfeld, big block, passed up and out of bounds over the net.
I just said earlier, it's just discouraging for the hitter, is that you hit, seemingly your best shot and somebody gets a hand on it, sends it back up into play. They need to do away with this substitution. It's just a silly substitution.
The 3-man weave, I call it.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to call it. You got to get your DS out for your middle hitter, who then the libero can
everybody
come
knows
back
what's
in.
happening. Just call it good and keep it moving.
It's a momentum killer as
exactly.
Tessa Holtorf, the senior setter, the lefty, goes back to serve, goes at Snyder. Great pass from Snyder in the middle, and Ott takes an awkward swing at it. Now to the outside, big swing. Leigh Butters again gets it. Jaguars right side. Cheeseman off the block. And a little miscommunication, but Ott double pumps in the air and gives the Jaguars now a 3-point lead.
Just a 2-foot standing jump, no approach, just was dead set on her feet, went straight up with the ball, and was able to get a beautiful angle on that ball.
Maddie Ott is one of the leading home run hitters in the state in softball. Was in the top 5 this last year. Will play volley or softball at Drake. Probably could play a lot as she gets another block. What a night for Maddie Ott. She is the Maroon Wrecking Crew right now.
Yeah.
And the first service error of the night for the Jaguars comes at 23-19 in set 2. Klein going to move over. They're going to try to go at Snyder, it looks like, in the back row, the outside hitter. Take one of the hitters out of things. Snyder. And go to Schmidt. Schmidt off the top of the block. Set from Bryan, and that is in. Using the full court once again is Klein. And it's 23-21. Again, Kaylee Klein back to serve. Pass goes right where they need it to go, and Ott can't quite connect. And Jess Reinhardt now wants a timeout. Back and forth we go. 23-22. Jaguars in the lead here in set 2. Back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back. 23-22. As Kaylee Klein heads back to serve once again. Jaguars trailed by 4, then they got up by 3, and it's now back to a 1-score game.
So Coach Reinhardt's got to get her best play, so what do you think that is, Andy?
I think you try to get things through the middle. If not, you find Tatum Schmidt wherever she is. She's been quiet in set number 2.
That's exactly where I would be going.
Got to get the ball to Schmidt. She'll be hitting from the outside here in the first rotation through. Chance to go to her here, and they do. Schmidt goes across the court, and it's just a little bit deep. Just a little bit deep, and it ties it up at 23. You knew that's where they were going to have to go with it. Knotted up at 23. Klein's been on a nice service rally now.
Yeah, she's doing a good job of keeping it to the outside hitters as well here.
Goes at Pollock. Now they're going to go. Schmidt again. Schmidt can't get it down. Klein's there in the back row. Look out through the middle. Big swing. Blocked down. I can't tell if it was Ott or Snyder that got it, but that's a huge point.
I got to think it was Ott. The way her night's been going, it's got to be her, right? Yeah.
And now Kaylin Reinhardt going to go back to try to seal set number 2.
That's going to be a heartbreaker for Dowling if they don't get this second game after coming back down 3 here at the end of the game.
Bryan will send Holtorf to the back row. Right side attack. Gredicke, and I think the block might have thrown Reinhardt off a little bit in the back row. A few of those balls tonight have fallen down with the defense of the Jaguars in the back row is there for it, and that block just throws things off a little bit. Sydney Bryan back to serve. Goes at Leigh Butters, overpass, look out. Muller goes straight down, and an overpass. If you're going to miss on an overpass, it can't be right there to Ellie Muller in the middle. Bryan back to serve again. Back and forth, set number 2. Bryan into the net on set point. And Maya Leigh Butters, who's been so good behind the service line tonight. comes in to serve right now at 25 all in set 2. Holtorf pushes it to the middle. Big swing again, no block there as they get it to Muller in rhythm.
Just hangs in the air on that 3 set, just hangs up there and able to get that snap on top and bang that one home.
J.M. Morrow comes in to serve. Got a feeling it's going to be one of those nights. Morrow. Pollock passes up. Going to go on the right side. Schmidt with the tip. Nice job by Bryan. Ball backhanded over. Jags going to go to Schmidt once again. Morrow digs it up. Bryan set on the right side. Stanfell blocked and sent back over by Rogers. Out of system ball. Going to go back to Stanfell again. Cross court, wide, and we're tied at 26. Tatum Schmidt back to serve. Something just took place over on the maroon side that had the entire Jaguar coaching staff up pointing something out. Not sure what it was. Schmidt serve. Nice pass up through the middle. Muller has to tip it. Jags can go wherever they want. They go to Rogers. Nice dig in the back row by Stanfell. Down ball coming over, dug up. Lay Butters. Outside Pollock. Dug up by Bryan. Push comes through. Reinhardt digs it up. Again to Pollock. Little roll shot down the line. Sliced it over the net.
Heavy angle on that little roll shot. Scored for Pollock.
Dad's golf swing on that. 27-26, and Schmidt is back to serve. Tight pass into the net, kept in, and into the net is Dowling, and the Jaguars, off a huge comeback, take set number 2, 28-26. Time for us to catch our breath. We'll be back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Welcome back as we head to set number 3 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollock, Austin Oliver here with you on the call tonight. Megan Cheeseman, who got the Jaguars off to a very fast start in set number 1. What she served the first 5 points in set number 1 to open things up tonight. Goes back to serve right now. And that's going to send Holtorf out quite a ways, and the power tip coming over and a couple different hands touching it for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I feel like Dowling's going to need to get off to an early lead here to stay in this one game. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that too.
They got out to a big lead in set number 2, and the Maroons finished it off on a nice run. It was 17-13 Maroons at one point. They go at Snyder, keeping it in. Whoa, Maddie Ott.
Wow.
Punching holes in the ground.
Just a dynamic athlete.
Yeah, I cannot understate the athleticism of Maddie Ott after being able to see what she can do in multiple sports. Reinhardt with an ace. The Jaguars now serving 97% as a team tonight. And considering the amount of aces they've had, that number is incredible. Goes again at Bryan. This time Holtorf is going to push it to the outside. Big swing there on the outside from Kennedy Klein, and she gets the kill to knot us up at 2. Really nice crowd as the night has started to get later. Started to dissipate a little bit here as Sydney Bryan will head back to serve, the freshman. He's had a nice night. Been called upon to do a lot for the Maroons, and she serves that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Pollock wanted to pass that one, but last second she saw that it was running out, and it definitely did run out.
Well, she used to play softball as well. Got to get a good eye for that strike zone. Leigh Butters, tough set again. Gredicke goes cross court, dug up by Cheeseman. They're going to go to Schmidt. Good look, and it's blocked right back. Jags keep it alive, though. Pollock will pass it over on the free ball, really short. They can go right back to Muller. No, they go on the outside to Klein off the top of the block. Jags out to Pollock. She tries to cut it down once again, and it's dug up by Klein. And that one goes wide.
Great idea, though. She almost converted on that ball.
Gredicke just couldn't quite keep it in. Try to yank it all the way across the court. And Leigh Butters. Nice pass up. Maybe a swing by Klein, dug up by Reinhardt. And Rogers pushes it a little too deep. Not quite able to get her legs under her. As Stanfel and Morrow check back in for the Maroons.
Yeah, I think Coach was imploring her to be off of the net on that attack because she was 2-footed and just went straight up.
Right?
Yeah.
Morrow, very aggressive serve, going to go on the outside. Pollock, big swing, and puts it down on the back line. At 5'8", you got to get a little creative and use all that court, and she does exactly that. Gets her 6th kill of the night. Tatum Schmidt back to serve for the Jaguars, leading 5-3. That ball floated nicely, fell off the table. In the middle they go. Stanfel powers it through the block. Stanfel's brothers have probably taught her how to pound that through that block. Couple of Maroon football players. Reinhardt, another great pass. Cheeseman is blocked right back.
Ooh, big block.
Stanfel and Muller tied up at 5. Set's getting a little tight to the net right now. Not able for the Jaguar hitters to quite push them to different spots like they were earlier. Reinhardt's been so good in that back row tonight. Pollock, little roll shot, dug up by Morrow. Back row attack. Klein. Jags way out here to Pollock, sends a free ball over again. Tight to the net, big swing, and Muller has to somehow keep it alive. Jags to Pollock and Morrow again. Again, this is Stanfel, she goes long. These points are taking a while.
Yeah, Stanfield just needs a little tiny bit of a higher set there so she can reach, and she was still swinging on that ball as it was going up. It just wasn't high enough. Got to get her some opportunity to get up on top of that ball so she can snap down on it.
Big swing. Muller is through the block and down. And man, I said it before, I'll say it again. Ellie Muller gets that ball in rhythm and is one of the most talented hitters in the state.
Yeah, the Jags have seen that play a couple times on that in that same exact position. They're going to have to start keying up on that, because if they can get a block on that, it's an easy block, but it's just a matter of getting that block in the right spot.
It's Flattery back to serve. Snyder blocked out of bounds as she tools it there, and the Jaguars up to a 7-6 lead. Nice kill there by Snyder. Nora Bacchus comes back in to serve, and we got to wait for our next triple rotation. Early on in set number 3. Bacchus, I think, mistimed her throw a little bit. Off the top of the block and down there. Nice job by Carolyn Crane.
Yeah, I think she just didn't get her toss out in front of her. She kind of threw it up over the top of her and had to make an adjustment, and ended up being a little bit of a lollipop serve at that point.
Tessa Holtorf back to serve. Kennedy Klein with 5 kills in that second set for Dowling. Gets her up to 7 for the night. She leads the Maroons. Waiting on the okay from the scorer's bench for Holtorf to serve. Goes at Pollock. Pushes it all the way back, and nice dig up there, and ball knocked over somehow. Ott keeps it alive. Jags gonna go to Snyder again. Big swing, blocked right back by Gredicke. Holtorf back to serve again. Off the top of the net, Pollock somehow keeps it alive. Big swing for Ott, and a little bit long. The timing hasn't always been great, but she's been able to terminate a lot of them.
Almost a gorgeous play there by her again, but just a little bit, tiny bit long.
Holtorf lollipops that one up. Jags go to Ott again, and she just so strong to punch that right through the block. Megan Cheeseman back to serve. Nice pass, that's a tough one. Big swing by Klein and blocked down by Schmidt. Back to deuce here, 9-all. Cheeseman, who's had some nice rallies tonight, catches the tape of the net. Ball awkwardly falls to the ground, and jinxed her as Kaylee Klein will head back to serve. Jags gonna go to the right side. That's Snyder, gets on top of one. Bailey Snyder with the set a little bit off the net, allows her to use quite a bit different angle to get that down. It doesn't have to hit through that massive Dowling block.
Yeah, setter hitting out of position, hitting over there on the opposite side, did a nice job of just staying off the net and getting on top of that ball.
Reinhardt goes at Bryan, out of system ball, and this is gonna be a back row attack for Klein, big swing. Jags can go wherever they want. They go to Ott, why not? And she's blocked back by Gredicke. That time Gredicke was all over it. Close matches here. 28-26 Jaguars in set 2. And this one's been back and forth, lollipop there. Tight set, and Ott somehow hangs in the air and keeps it alive, and that ball then is sent really long by Sydney Bryan. And we're tied back up at 11.
Yeah, I don't think she knew if it was a second hit or a third hit, and and didn't want to make the mistake and ended up taking it over on it. It was. But it did kind of come off that block a little weird. So
there's been a lot of weird points tonight. Holtor falling backwards, big swing, dug up by Cheeseman. Jag's going to go right side to Schmidt. Dug up by Bryan. Again, big attack by Klein, goes way wide. Interesting wind up there. She turned her body a lot more than I've seen her turn it tonight and ended up going the exact direction that she turned her body.
Yeah, had to adjust her shoulders a little bit to receive that set to still swing on it. Overpass.
Passes over the net, and that is going to be a point to the Jaguars as Morrow went up over the net. They're going to challenge it here, but if Morrow touched it first, the referee's not going to change his mind on this.
No, it's going to break the plane, and it's either going to be called a down ball for Ankeny Centennial, or it's going to be a back row attack, or one of the two.
Yeah, it was going to be called a back row attack as Morrow was coming to set from the back row, so can't go above the net to touch the ball. So it went off her and then went off of Schmidt.
Last kill, I wanted to pull in Leigh Butters. That pass that she had all the way to the outside was fabulous. That ended up getting the kill on the outside.
Reinhardt, another dig. Schmidt off the top of the block, dug up in the back row by Klein. Gredicke, big swing, and dug up by Cheeseman. Jags getting on top of everything. Pollock just sets it over, and they're going to call her for a double. That's the right call.
Yep.
Looked like she was coming for a big attack, and then she decided to touch it with two hands right at the last second. Morrow comes in to serve. 13-12 Jags. And that ball is in. Ooh. And the Jaguars didn't like the call standing right over it, but it's called in. Catches the very outside part of the line. Morrow gets the ace off the tape. Morrow decides to give herself some more court to work with. Sydney Rogers blocked back, but right there to cover is Leigh Butters. This time it's Schmidt who powers it down.
Hard angle was a beautiful shot from Schmidt.
Schmidt back to serve. Jaguars' tough serving continues with another ace from Tatum Schmidt. Timeout for the Maroons. 15-13, 10 points away from the sweep. See if the Jags can keep it up here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Are they?
I don't know them.
Well, I assumed they were over here.
We're back here on Centennial Digital. 15-13 as Tatum Schmidt heads back to serve. Jaguars won set 1 tonight, 25-14, and had a big comeback to win set 2, 28-26. They lead by 2 right now, trying to close this one out. Schmidt goes at Klein. Set in the middle, big swing, and dug up by Reinhardt. She's been really good in the back row tonight. Cheeseman dug up by Klein. It catches the top. Morrow keeps it alive, and a free ball coming over, finds the campfire. They're not going to call 2 that time. As Bryan, that's what the Coach Reinhardt wants right now, too. She wondered why she's not getting the double call.
The referee said no way right away, but
I don't think he was expecting it to go over.
Pretty dicey.
Pollock into the net. Tied up at 15. So Klein back to serve again. Man, getting some free balls over Bryan. Good serve in the middle, follows it up, and it goes long. No touch. Maroons wanted one. The ball came off a little longer than we've seen a lot of their hits come off tonight, but without the benefit of replay in high school volleyball, it's really tough to go back and call a touch.
Absolutely. I think that was really a good power set for Dowling if they wanted to really try to score in for as long as they could.
Quick set there. They go to Muller, and Muller slices it back across the court. The block was there. I'm not sure if she meant to do it or not, but it falls harmlessly to the ground and ties us up at 16.
Kind of just dunked that over the top. It was like an alley-oop that she just kind of pushed down into the net.
Well, it may be a shock to some, but Ellie Muller, one of the great basketball players at Dowling, and we'd be remiss to not talk about Caitlin Clark, another very good Dowling basketball player, and found out today she's getting inducted into the Dowling Hall of Fame. First ballot, go figure, right? That Caitlin Clark's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer for Dowling. That ball comes over the net. Somehow, Jags to Snyder power tips it. Things stay alive. This will be a big point for the Maroons. And it's blocked back by Cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
I was talking about, Caitlin Clark just found out today she'll be, have to be out of school for 5 years. So she's right at that point right now where she will get inducted here at homecoming next week in the Dowling Catholic Hall of Fame. So you can head out to the football game that night if you want to see her in person. Another great Dowling Maroon, Jack Kerner, who went to Iowa to play. He'll get inducted that night, as well as Nick McClellan, who went to Kansas State to play football. And that's one of the first balls tonight that the Jags have not been able to really get clean up. Usually when they've got a hand on one, they've been able to get at least a second touch on it.
Andy, you in your high school Hall of Fame yet? Have they called yet?
What's that?
Your high school Hall of Fame, have they called you yet?
No, I used to have a picture up in the speech wing.
Yeah?
Tornado took that away.
Oh, no.
They never asked for another one, so I know where I rate.
Next year, right? It's always next year.
Schmidt, big swing by Ott, goes long, and Maroons, latest in the match, they've held the lead right now at 18-17. Holtorf. Jags go to Cheeseman. Big swing blocked back. Outside. Snyder kept alive, and a free ball going to come over. Tough one there, though, as it caught the net. Cheeseman dug up in the back row by Klein. Now to the right side. Gredicke, big swing and off the block. And that'll make it 19-17. They gave the point to the wrong team.
Did they?
Should be 19-17 right now. There we go. Got it correct on the scoreboard. As Holtorf back to serve again. Schmidt in the middle to Ott. Why wouldn't she go to Maddie Ott the way she's been swinging tonight?
I think the key to her hitting these balls is they got to get her moving towards the ball. So it's not a tight set, but they want her attacking the ball in front of her. I think that last one she just missed a little bit because it was a little bit too far behind her. But get her that ball out in front and she's deadly.
Holtorf as they go to Gredicke, and just that rhythm from the setter is just not quite there as she tried to go to the right side, and Gredicke had to hold up a little bit, just not connecting. But man, when they do, look out. Knotted up at 19. Cheeseman back to serve. Off the net, dug up though by Gredicke. Now they're going to get it to Klein. Roll shot. Pollock gets it dug up. Back out to Snyder. Snyder off the block, dug up by Bryan. Back to Klein, who has to tip it over, covered by Cheeseman. Right side, a little roll shot by Schmidt, nothing there. Now a chance for the Maroons through the middle, and it's blocked back by Tatum Schmidt once again.
Monster block from Schmidt there.
Dowling needs a timeout. Megan Cheeseman serving the Jags back into this one. One more break here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back to set 3. Jaguars lead 2-0. as Megan Cheeseman goes back to serve once again. Jags trying to complete the sweep.
Like to see Cheeseman come after the libero, get her kind of in that setter movement piece right there on the left.
Another good serve. This is going to send Holtorf all the way back. Big swing and block down off the net, kept alive though. And Cheeseman going to set it out there to Schmidt. Cross court at Holtorf. Another out of system ball for the Maroons. Dug up by Pollock. Right side, Schmidt off the top of the block. Going for high hands.
Yeah, she played that perfectly. Just played it perfectly.
Got to do that against these taller blockers for Dowling. Cheeseman again, back to serve. Great serve. Ball comes back over on an overpass.
Oh!
Stuffed down by Schmidt. I love the view right here on the net because we can see those overpasses coming. Someday when we get replay, I'll get those cameras zoomed in on the eyes of those middle blockers when that overpass comes through. Cheeseman with the Jaguars trying to complete the sweep at 22-19. Great serve. There's another tight pass. Big swing and goes to the corner for Gredicke. Actually, that was Klein there.
Yeah, it was an athletic play there. She took that across her body and went completely the other direction with it, put it right in that back corner.
So Kaylee Klein back to serve, trailing by 2. Little miscommunication in the back row is going to send a free ball over. Klein comes in to take it. Chance to go to the right side. Big swing by Gredicke, blocked back, but covered by Klein. Nice job by the setter to go the other way, and a miss hit on the far side by Kennedy Klein. And we're up to 23-20, and KK Reinhardt back to serve.
Yeah, I love that idea from Holtorf. Just wasn't able to complete the swing at the far side.
There's an overpass, tight into the net. They bring it back in, though. Big swing dug up by Leigh Butters. Schmidt, straight down. Match point with Reinhardt back to serve. Jags trying to win this top 8 matchup. Most likely stay at number 2 in the rankings as Reinhardt goes at Bryan, and ace serve ends it for the Jaguars tonight. Completes the sweep at 25-20, 28-26, and 25-14. 3-0 Jaguars lead. Austin Oliver, your final thoughts.
Centennial was ready to play tonight. Serve receive kind of reared its ugly head there for the Maroons, and the Jags were ready to just pounce on top of it. Some great play though tonight on both teams.
Jaguars came out smoking hot tonight. Had to make a little bit of a comeback in set 2. Showed some great moxie there, I thought, in doing that, and come away with a 3-0 victory. For Nick Menson, Logan Friesman, Lauren Bartine, Austin Oliver tonight. Great job by our crew here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.